Some followed their husbands into death. Others poisoned their own children. Some escaped justice completely. These women stood closer to Adolf Hitler than almost anyone else. They attended private dinners. They witnessed secret conversations. They lived inside the very heart of the Third Reich. But when Nazi Germany collapsed in 1945, everything changed. Eva Braun, Magda Goebbels, Emmy Goering, names forever linked to one of history's darkest regimes. What happened to them after the fall? The answers are far more shocking than most people realize. One woman dared to challenge Hitler himself. Another became one of the most feared women in Nazi Germany. Henriette von Schirach would later question the regime she once served. Ilse Koch became known around the world as the Witch of Buchenwald. Yet their post-war destinies could not have been more different, and even darker stories are still ahead. Not every woman beside a Nazi leader was officially a wife. Some were secret lovers. Some lived double lives. Hedwig Potthast carried Heinrich Himmler's secrets. Veronika Eichmann followed her husband across the world. When Adolf Eichmann was finally found in Argentina, an entire hidden chapter of history came crashing down. But some women managed to disappear without a trace. Some of these women were famous. Others were almost forgotten. Winifred Wagner remained loyal to Hitler long after the war had ended. Gertrude Schultz-Klink never truly expressed regret. And Unity Mitford was willing to die for a man she barely knew personally. But the next stories are even more unsettling, because many of the women you're about to see were never famous at all. They lived in the shadows. And for decades, some managed to avoid answering difficult questions about what they knew and what they chose to ignore. History remembers the names of Hitler, Himmler, and Goebbels. But what about the women who stood beside them? The wives, the daughters, the secretaries, the loyal companions. Some claimed they knew nothing. Others spent the rest of their lives avoiding public attention. Yet many historians believe these women witnessed far more than they ever admitted. And the stories you're about to hear become much darker. Because the next names were no longer merely observers, some became part of the system itself. Until now, many of these women lived in luxury. What comes next is different, much darker. These are not the wives of powerful men. These are women who became part of the machinery of terror themselves. Irma Grese, Maria Mandel, Elisabeth Volkenrath. Their names still send shivers through historians today. By now, you've seen women who were arrested, women who were executed, and women who never showed a single sign of regret. Elisabeth Volkenrath, Juana Bormann, Dorothea Binz, Jenny Wanda Barkman. Some walked to the gallows without fear. Some laughed at their own death sentences. Others disappeared before justice could ever reach them. But what comes next may be even more disturbing. Because the next stories are not only about loyalty to the regime, they are about choices. Choices that cost innocent lives. And some of those choices would haunt history forever. Many people believe the war ended in 1945. For some of these women, their real nightmare began afterward. Trials, prison cells, executions, and decades spent trying to escape the shadows of their past. yet some never faced justice at all. For many years, historians focused on the men, the generals, the camp commanders, the SS officers, but the women standing beside them often witnessed the same events. Vera Volauf was reportedly present during mass shootings while pregnant. Liselotte Stroop watched her husband become one of the most feared men in occupied Poland, and many of these women would later claim they knew nothing. The question is, how much can anyone really fail to see when history's greatest crimes are happening right outside their door? The war ended in 1945, but for many of these women, justice never arrived. Hermine Braunsteiner spent nearly 2 decades living quietly in New York. Louise Dantz avoided prosecution for more than 50 years. Marta Bayek reached her 90s before facing legal scrutiny. And women like Sophie Ipp and Edeltraud Ecker seem to vanish into history altogether. No prison sentence, no public trial, no final verdict, just unanswered questions. And some of the most unsettling stories are still ahead. Imagine living for decades with one of the most hated names in history. Gudrun Burwitz spent her entire life defending her father's legacy. Others spent their lives hiding who they were. Some changed names, some changed countries, but none could truly escape history. The final stories may be the most tragic, not because of what these women did, but because of what they inherited. Helga Goebbels, Etta Goering, Paula Hitler, children and relatives who carried names that the world would never forget. Their lives became shadows cast by the crimes of others. By now, one pattern becomes impossible to ignore. Not every story ended in a courtroom. Not every story ended in a prison cell. For many families of the Nazi elite, the war never truly ended. Ilse Frank spent her life confronting the crimes of her father. Eva Fegelein carried a family name she never chose. And others disappeared into silence, hoping history would forget them. But history rarely forgets. And the final names on this list reveal how the shadows of the Third Reich continued long after the guns fell silent. Eva Braun, Magda Goebbels, Lena Heydrich, Gudrun Burwitz, Etta Goering. Different lives, different choices, different fates, yet all of them remained connected to the collapse of the Third Reich. Some died in bunkers, some died in prison, some lived long enough to tell their story, and some carried their secrets to the grave. Which fate shocked you the most?